Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to share this list with you guys because today I am gonna be sharing top lesbian movies that I will highly recommend you all to go ahead and go watch on the platform of Hulu. But before we get into further details, please let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments because these movies are actually really good movies. Like most of them, if I'm not mistaken, 99% of them I have watched, and that's why I just had to come here and do this list with you for you guys, just in case any of you haven't watched any of them as well. But before we get into further details, I also want to say please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and like I always say, please let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments and which other movies would you recommend watching on the platform. So let's get right into it. So first and foremost, we're gonna start off with the Almond and the Seahorse. The British drama was released in 2022. It follows Sarah, an alcohologist who struggles to care for her husband who has a traumatic brain injury. Tony lives with her girlfriend partner, in this case Gwen, who has a similar disability as in this case Sarah's husband. Sarah and Tony start to get really close to one another because they can rely on each other because they understand what each other is going through. And through this, how can we say bond, friendship, they start to get romantically involved with one another because at the end of the day, they do kind of feel guilty for, getting involved with one another, knowing that their partners have a serious, how can we say traumatic brain injury. But, they also want, to just lay loose and, have a little bit of a different, environment going on. So the two does get involved romantically with one another, and they actually do, start to really like each other. The ending was very surprising for me, but I get why the movie had to end, why it like the way it did. It just makes sense, in my personal opinion. And then moving forward, we have Adam. The movie is from Morocco. It was released in 2019. Abla runs a humble pastry shop in her home in Casablanca, the capital of Morocco, when Samia, a pregnant woman, basically knocks on her door asking for a job and a roof to stay under. Obviously, at the beginning, you can see that Alba was not feeling her, but she also didn't want to leave the woman, outside on the street, especially knowing that she's pregnant. So she have decided to take her in, and through this process of taking her in slowly but surely, you can see that Abla actually ends up, opening herself to Samira, and her and Samira in this case, they just start to create this very beautiful and intense bond that was very confusing, for them at the beginning because of the circumstances that they live in, the reality that they live in. Yes, so this movie is super underrated. I'ma tell you, this movie is super underrated. It's very slow, so if you are looking for a slow movie, it might get a little bit boring on the way, but it's a very slow movie. But I still feel like it's very cute. I feel like the plot is different. We don't normally get this type of plots. So yes, if you guys have an opinion on it, if you have watched it, please let me know your thoughts. Then moving forward, we have Sally. Sally is a 2025 American documentary film. It explores the life and career of Sally Ride and her relationship with Tom. It follows Sally's groundbreaking journey as the first American woman in space, basically concealed at the deeply professional story. Her life partner Tom unveils their basically relationship that they have kept a secret for 27 years. Imagine 27 years with the person that you love, and you guys decide to keep your relationship a secret because of the circumstances of your reality, and also the sacrifices that Sally and her had to make in order for her to get to where she actually is. Yes, I will highly recommend watching it because this one is actually based on a true story. It's a documentary, based on a true story. And I just love, vibes like this. Like for me, the best movies that you can watch is based on true stories, or documentaries based on true stories, or sports movies. Those are my type of vibes. And this one is definitely a one that was highly anticipated for the year of 2025. So if you guys haven't watched it, what are you waiting on? And if you have watched it, also let me know what is your personal opinion on it. Because like I say, and I will keep saying it every single video, your opinion does matter, and feedback is very important. So let me know your thoughts on it, and yeah, and let's have a conversation. Moving forward, we have Owl. Hopefully, I have pronounced it right. Owl. I feel like this movie is very popular, but hey, there are still a lot of people that doesn't know about it. It's a 2026, 16 in this case, romantic drama. It follows a young woman, Joy, in the search of direction in her small town. A visit to an, in this case, army recruiting office appears to provide a path. But when she meets and falls in love with Rainan, who the path basically diverts her from what she was looking for. Imagine you going somewhere, basically looking for something, but you end up meeting someone, and that person does change your whole direction of life very unexpectedly because you had something in mind. You get there, you meet somebody, and now you and this person are involved with one another, and now you both of you, were just, caught off guard, and now you guys have to deal with this new reality that you all are building. Yes, this movie, like I said, is very well known. A lot of people already know about its existence, and me also. I have been speaking about this movie for a really, 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 really good time, but I still do feel like there's a lot of people that don't know about it. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I had to include it, in this case, on this Hulu list. And then moving forward, we have Blue Jean. It's a 2022 British drama film set in Newcastle in the 1980s. Jean is a PA teacher at a secondary school. She hears about the basically Prosper Section 28 legislation. She is basically reserved and closet to her co-workers. During her off time, she basically visits a lesbian bar with her girlfriend and her friends in this case, just to spend quality time together and to be free and be who they are. But her girlfriend actually has a whole different view. Her girlfriend is tired of hiding. Her girlfriend is tired of just, feeling like they are doing something wrong. On the other hand, you can see that Jean, she's a little bit more reserved. She likes to be low key and knowing that she can lose her job. And she works with other students, and there also comes in another student in the picture that just also make things a little bit more complicated for Jean. And yes, it's a whole lot going on. In my personal opinion, this is probably my favorite movie on the list. Not to lie at all. I've watched this movie like twice, and I would probably go ahead and go watch it again. Definitely enjoyed it. Like I like the quality, the acting, everything it has to deliver. My personal rating for this movie would be a strong 8 or 8.5 out of a 10. And then moving forward, we have Moving On. The movie was released in 2023. It's about two friends, in this case, Claire and Evie, who reunite at the other friend's funeral they went to school together with. Evie focused on a living and out queer life. Basically, she's queer. She lives a very queer life, and she's has her career playing the cello. She also basically revealed that she had an affair with Joyce, the friend that actually passed away. Yes, and Claire, on the other hand, she's a woman. She got married for the second time, so she's like a housewife, and she has her own things going on. So the two goes like on this revenge kind of type of situation. This movie is very different from all of the movies on the list. First and foremost, it's not all based on romance, and the romance, it's more about the plot, knowing that in this case, Evie, she was with Joyce, and Joyce being married, and now Joyce have passed away. But it's not actually, the whole movie is not about their relationship or what they went through. It's more about, those two friends going on a revenge seek type of vibes. Like I said, it's a comedy, it's a fun movie, it's a movie that we don't normally get to see when it comes to queerness. So, that's why I just had to come here and include it as well. Very, very, very interesting movie in my opinion. So yes, guys, that's basically it. I also want to say that I've activated the super stickers to the channel just in case any of you would like to make a small donation. They will be very helpful for the channel's growth. And I also want to say before we end the video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you guys can know when I release a new video. And thank you so much for all the love and all the support. I really do appreciate it. Until the next video, and goodbye.